If you can practice gratitude in your life, you will absolutely grow habits for happiness that will last through your entire life. The more you're grateful for the little things in your life, the more you're going to appreciate everything in your life, including the negative, the devastating, the sad, and even the ecstatic. Now, if you want to learn resilience in your life without wasting time dwelling on the failures of the past, grab your free life map below and I'll teach you how to design, build, and live a life you're ready to jump out of bed for. A life of chronic illness led me to severe depression. I was always thought of myself as a positive person, but later I learned I was positive on the outside, but I was still telling myself all sorts of negative things on the inside. A girl I dated, she told me how she would be grateful for 3 things every night before going to sleep. Right before bed, it's like the 3 things you're grateful for, and it could have been things that you're grateful for from today, or just things that you're grateful for, full stop. It didn't have had to happen today. It didn't have to be a new thing. It was just a way of focusing on 3 good things to set up your nightly sleep. It changed how I looked at gratitude forever. See, it led to me being more present, as well as sitting in awe at different times and just observing something simple. Even last week, I went down to the river by my house and I watched an osprey or a heron, I can't remember which one it was, went and caught a fish, and then it walked up onto the shore and it played with the fish, throwing it around, having a grand old time, before swallowing it and then diving back in the water and going for a swim to go catch some more. And I was just awestruck. I sat there watching and just enjoying and appreciating nature for the simple things that it was. Obviously, it wasn't planned, but I vividly remember this moment because it was just so cool to watch nature in action. Now, if you want to grow habits for happiness, here's how we do it. So start with these gratitude, this question of gratitude right before you go to sleep. If you haven't done much in the way of gratitude, just think of 3 things before you go to bed. Or when you get in bed, they're the things you think about before you go to sleep. I do that these days. But I don't just choose 3 things. I think about as many things in my brain as I can be grateful for. It switches you from an analytical space where you are thinking about what you might have done in the day or what you've got to do to tomorrow, to a very peaceful place where you are just feeling good about the things that you have done, or feeling good about the things that you have, or feeling good about just simple things that you've seen or experienced. So if you find it difficult, just think. You can be happy with your family, your friends. It could be one particular person. You could be happy that you've got a roof over your head, that you've got a bed to sleep in, that you've got comfortable blankets, pillows, bedding to be able to look after you. You could be thankful or grateful for having a fan or air conditioning if you're in hot weather. You could be grateful for having a big doona or comforter or a heated electric blanket or central heating in the house if it's in the middle of winter. You could be grateful for having a pet that gives you so much love and company. You could be thankful for something that you did today that was just joyful, fun, exciting. Whatever it is, it really doesn't matter. It is just about you choosing something to focus your attention on and being grateful for that. And yes, I understand that this can be very difficult to start with, which is why you start on the simple things. And you may end up repeating things from day to day. Because when you're in a dark place, nothing really feels like it's something to be grateful for. But it is. It's still there. You'll actually find that the more you do this, you can still feel grateful despite everything turning to hell around you. And it is a strange feeling, but you will get to that point. See, life isn't meant to be perfect. It's never going to work out exactly as you want to work out. You've got to expect things to happen that aren't in your best interests. But if you can be grateful for still being able to take a breath, for being able to feel the breeze in your hair, for being able to go for a walk and move your body, eat food, simple things like that, you should always be grateful for. Now let's move on to number 2 in this. I want you to think about being grateful for certain things when you are feeling lack. If you catch yourself feeling in that position where I don't have this and I don't have this, you might be complaining to somebody or complaining to yourself. You might be complaining to God. It's like, I can't believe you've put me in this position. Why is my life like this? Well, that's one way to be, but that's a very negative way to be. What if you switched your point of view and just started being grateful for the things that you do have rather than being angry or frustrated for those things that you don't have? See, I mean, I could be angry that I don't have a Lamborghini and a beachfront house and a private jet and millions or billions of dollars in the bank, so I never have to think about things. I mean, yeah, maybe it sounds ludicrous, but at the same time, it's no different to, I'm not happy that I don't have a girlfriend, or I'm not happy that I don't have a partner, or I don't have a dog, or I don't have a beautiful house to live in, or I don't have my dream car, or whatever. It's all the same. But if you get into that place where you're feeling lack, turn it around. Well, what are the things I am happy for? What am I grateful for? See, the more that you're grateful for these things, big or small, the more you attract more into your life. Gratitude is a positive space where it is bringing things towards you. Whereas lack, you're pushing things away. You're expecting things to go bad. You're expecting more things to go bad. And guess what? More things will go bad. When you're in a place of gratitude, you feel like things are good no matter what. And because there's good things, you're always looking for the good things. So the good things turn up. That's what we want. We want you to focus on the good things. Sometimes they're really simple things. Sometimes you can catch yourself in this position where you are in a lacking mentality, and you shift it to gratitude, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I can't believe that I was thinking that way when I have so much, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, okay, this is actually really good. So let's go to number 3 now. Feel grateful when you see or experience something that is awesome. I mentioned the story about seeing the bird catching and eating the fish, just playing with it and having fun. That was something that I experienced that was just incredibly good. I played beach volleyball yesterday in the morning. Regular Sunday morning activity. The quality is very low, but the company is incredibly high. The volleyball is there for something to do to bring us all together. But it's the people that are around us that make the experience. I'm so grateful for these people for showing up and sharing their lives with me, and sharing their energy with me, sharing their stories, and just spending time together. We have a laugh, we have such a good time. And even if things aren't going great, I still have volleyball with my friends to be able to look back on and just think, wow, this is great. It is such a cool experience, and it's one thing that I look forward to every single week. And then yesterday in the afternoon, a regular thing that I do is I go down to the beach, and there is Latin and Afro dancing going on down at the beach, right on the it's not quite on the sand. There's a little amphitheatre that's set up in Perth at Scarborough Beach, and we're dancing almost at water level. You walk off the steps of the dance floor and you're on the sand. You walk a little further and you're in the water. It is one of the most beautiful experiences I've had, doing something that is fun with incredible music and amazing people, and the atmosphere is just electric. The amount of times that I find myself just sitting there, just sitting, watching, and just enjoying what's going on. I am enjoying this awesome experience. It's beautiful enough sitting and watching the sunset, But what about watching the sunset while you are dancing with some of your friends with incredible music playing, a smile on your face, laughing? Like that. That is an awesome experience for me. I feel so grateful in the experience, and I feel so grateful outside the experience that I'm always looking forward to that experience. So what is it in your life that you have observed lately that was just an incredible experience, or something that you saw that was so awesome that you could just sit in that gratitude space for that? See, these situations, they're always there, but quite often we miss it because we're so distracted thinking about the past or something that we lack, or we're planning the future and we're kind of living well ahead of ourselves. Yes, it can be tiring when you're looking after some little kids and you're trying to cook dinner and prepare this and clean this and all of that. But you might get an experience in there where the kid says the most ridiculous thing and it leaves you absolutely laughing, rolling around on the floor, and you can't help yourself. They're the gratitude moments. They're the ones that you want to grab hold of. And they're the ones you want to try and share with somebody else. Because the more you can share your experiences of gratitude and fun, the better it is, and the more that it really consolidates within you about how good it is and how good your life is. It makes you feel so happy. Just think about it. You probably can see, just from me talking about this, the smile on my face, the energy from just this simple thing. It just changes everything about your life. It will draw interesting things to you. The more grateful you are for these little things, and then everything, the more you're going to attract more incredible things into your life. The energetic frequencies of gratitude will always draw it to you. So focus on the little things, practice small, practice with those 3 things at night time, or if you're feeling in lack, and especially when you see something awesome, because that's what's really going to change things for you and really take you from a negative space to a positive space and grow your habits for happiness. Now, if you want more of these habits for happiness, join my free Life Map program below, and I'll coach you free for 28 days on how to design, build, and live a life that you absolutely love. I'll see you on the inside.